All right, welcome. This is your boy Koya C-Millz Miller. Y'all already know what time it is, man. The name of this broadcast is, you already know what's our thoughts and concerns about the pandemic. Um, I'm going to be posing a few questions about it. And if you don't know what they are, I'll give them to you real quick. Question number one: what's the big question that seems to be the elephant in the room concerning this pandemic? Question number two: what are we going to do? Or what are we doing in these difficult times as many of us face off with this pandemic? And number three: do we really need this shot in our bodies? So, I'm going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permissions so I can see your name, and all of that stuff when you come on. So let's get it and let's see what's happening. Y'all talk to me. Let's go. Miss Angela, your devices are not connected. You need to connect your mic and your camera so I can add you to the stream. Or just your mic. You may not have a camera. Just connect your mic, whichever one. Just a second, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm having some technical difficulties. I'll be right back with you. Hold on. I am back. I am back. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. Here I come. Let me get myself together here. Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's with me? Turn my camera on so y'all can see me. And see what we got here. Like I said, those are the three questions that I'll be posing. And the question stands for myself too. I definitely want to know the answer to these questions myself. So, um, let's get it, y'all. Talk to me. Okay, hold on. Display name. Okay. Save. Let's see. You need to connect your mic and your camera, Miss Angela. I can't do it for you. You need to still try to connect your mic and your camera. Anyway, but okay, since we're in here, I'm gonna go ahead and I had a guest that was trying to come on, but they can't seem to connect their camera nor their mic. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little monologue here. What is the big question that seems to be the elephant in the room? Well, from my point of view, the big question is, have you had the jab? Have you really been tested or had the jab? If you've had the jab or the shot, we won't say those other words because they may strike my page or something like that, and I'm just starting, so I don't want to get any violations or anything of that nature. So we'll say jab, shot, and stuff like that, but we won't say the other words. But anyway, have you had it? Is the question that people want to know, and is the question that people tend to ask people. How do y'all feel about that? Have anybody had anybody run up to them and ask them that question? Have you had the shot or the jab? Or when will you be getting the shot? Or do you plan to get the shot? I've been asked that question at least 4 or 5 times. And at work or in persons, and people curious. They want to know, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? How do I feel about it? It's one of those questions that make my antennas start to tingle. If I was like Spider-Man or something, I would have like spidey senses going off when people ask me that question. That's kind of like an invasive type of question that people shouldn't really ask people. I mean, if you're getting a shot, or if you're practicing your social distancing, or um, you're wearing your mask, and you're doing all of the things that you have been told to do to protect yourself, why are you concerned whether or not anybody else, you know, has had it or plan to get it? I mean, protect yourself. Yeah, that's how I see it. Protect yourself, and take precautions for yourself. At the end of the day, we were all born by ourselves in this world. And at the end of the day, more than likely, when it's time to go or check out or transcend, or whatever choice of words you choose to use, that's what we're going to do by ourselves. And unless, you're in some type of a 9/11 or a plane crashing, or a multiple car accident or something like that. And like Kobe, and God bless the dead, like Kobe, what happened to Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Unless you go that way, you're really gonna die by yourself. So it's an individual thing on one hand, and on the other hand, it seems like it should be a group effort. But either way, it's a question that people tend to pose, and that people should answer, or not answer. That's the question. Should you or should you not answer that question? And what do y'all think? Uh, so I mean, those are my thoughts on it. Question number two: what are we doing in these difficult times, as many of us face off with this pandemic? What are you doing? What are we doing? What am I doing? Well, honestly, the only thing that I've been doing is just really trying to eat right, stay prayed up, uh, social distance, wear my mask, wash my hands, exercise, um, take extra uh, precautions to, you know, be cognizant of who I'm around, when I'm around them, and how I'm around people, and do that 6 feet thing, that's what I'm doing. And and when it comes to my family members, I try to respect everyone's wishes. So when I go around my family members, I try to wear my mask and do the 6 feet thing and stuff like that. But if they've had the jab or the shot, and they feel comfortable enough not to wear theirs, that's on them. As far as I'm concerned, if they comfortable enough not to wear theirs, and they've had it or they haven't had it, and they still feel comfortable enough, then that's just the price of coffee or tea in China. That's just what it is. People, taking their own chances at this thing. Nobody really knows what it is or where it came from. But it is what it is, man. Y'all just be safe out there. All I can say. Those are my thoughts on that question. Or so. And last but not least, this broadcast is not gonna be dragged out or anything like that. I was expecting to have a guest on. They couldn't get their camera nor their mic to work. Maybe they'll make it to the next broadcast. But I was looking to see. I really have some people in to really chop it up with me about this thing. I wish some of you guys could have got on. I don't know if my broadcast is out. Have I been shadow banned? I mean, I'm just starting, so ain't no way they shadow ban me. Don't nobody even know about my channel or who I am or what I'm talking about. So as far as this is concerned, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get it. You feel me? So last question, and I'm gonna get out of here because I got some other things I'm trying to do tonight. So might get in the studio tonight and chop up some music or something like that. Uh, Question number 3: do we really need this shot in our bodies? Do we really need this shot? That's a great question. That is a great question. And I'll answer it. My honest opinion, I don't personally think we need it. I'm not a doctor or, no type of medical person that's giving advice to anybody. I encourage you or anybody else or anyone that's listening to the sound of my voice, consult with your primary care physicians. I'm not the one, but this is just my opinion about this situation. So do we really need it? um I think back to when we were kids, right? You remember when everybody was just like, 4 going on 5 years old, and you had to have all of these certain type of shots to get into school. uh Polio was one, mumps, gingivitis, or different types of shots they had. You had to have all your immunization shots when you were a kid just to enter school back in the days. I remember that. And you know I think I don't remember all of them, you know off the top of my head, but I can probably pull up a few things if I got on the computer and Googled a little bit. But I'm just going off the top of my head right now with this thing. So I remember those shots, and we had to have them to get in school. And back then, uh, to my knowledge, I think it was hit or miss. Some people had it, some people didn't. But as time went on, they got more strict, and then it became a requirement for all kids to have their shots, certain shots, just to get into the school system. But and for the most part, we all lived, didn't have that many adverse effects behind it, you know, to this point. But as time went on, and now we've faced other biological enemies that's been attacking us, and this being one of the greatest, that takes you out within a matter of days or weeks versus years or months. uh I don't know, but even back then, common cold, flu, measles, chicken pox, mumps, um all of those different types of biological bacteria and viruses that was really trying to, take a hold of the population. Those different shots, we kind of got past that stuff. And here we are facing one of the biggest. So how do y'all feel about it? Do we really need it? Uh, you know, to with my personal opinion, you know, our bodies, our systems were designed by the Most High God. And, you know, he's omniscient. He knows everything. So I think that whatever you could fathom that we were going to face in this lifetime of ours, I think that he had the preconceived notion to design our bodies to withstand 99.9999999% of all things that we can come into contact with on this earth, over a period of time. It's just certain things that we become immune to, or some things that just don't affect us the way they used to because of those reasons. And this body, this vessel that was created for us, it's a ongoing thing. It's a ongoing learning living machine that was designed by God in his image. So I feel in my mind, minus the pre-existing conditions, minus pre-existing conditions, I believe our bodies were designed to fight stuff like this, um and really triumph against it. But we've been preconditioned to be sick in this nation of ours that we call America. And from the foods that been designing to give us have us basically malnutrition. We've definitely been behind the eight ball in that department. So I think once we get back on the right track of eating right, drinking water and vitamins, and going green in the sense of the things that we eat minus the meat and stuff like that, exercising, getting plenty of sun, I think, and not only that, just strengthening your mental and your physical, and definitely your spiritual um temples can really help us, get through this. I mean, CNN, Fox, all of those different type of networks been fear mongering us for over a year and a half now. And, you know, you would think that a majority of the population has already gotten the shot, but in reality, I don't think so. Because, you know, my thing is, if the government is not willing to or not just the government, but even private businesses, private enterprise, the people who has patented these different type of juices to put into our bodies, those people, including the hospitals, doctors, and whoever else stand behind these juices, uh the first thing they said when this thing hit was, oh, if you get the juice, if you drink the juice, these entities can't be held liable. Uh, but you should take it anyway. Hmm. Now that really made my spidey senses go off. I'm not Spider-Man, but I got these things called spidey senses as well in my brain. When something don't sound quite right, my senses started to tingle, and when I heard that, I was like, wow. So I just kind of sat back and listened to them say that stuff, and seeing how they was really moving on the board. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, wow, like they really, really pushing this issue to drink the juice, but nobody really knows what's in the juice or the Kool-Aid, if you will. But they really pushing it, but they're not willing to put their reputation on the line or their business is on the line to stand behind their product. I'm like this, if you can't stand behind your product, you think I'm gonna stick my neck on the line and take it? Nah. If you're not gonna drink it, I'm not gonna drink it. But even if you do drink it, if you're not with even if you do drink it and you tell me if you drink it and something happened to you, I'm not responsible. Nah, that dog ain't gonna hunt with me. You can keep that juice. I don't want any. I'm straight like that. You feel me? I'll keep drinking water. At the end of the day, that's how I feel about it. Those are the questions. I hope this live really opened the minds of the people who hearing my voice right now. I hope that it gives you a little more clarity or makes you really, really, really listen and look to see what's really going on behind the scenes with this whole thing in this pandemic. So, like I said, don't get pressured and pushed into something that people are not willing to stand behind. If you're not willing to stand behind, if you can't guarantee me uh, anything, you can't even give me the option to not take it or protect myself, or if I do take it and something happened, the option to sue for malpractice or whatever you want to call it. Then if you're not willing to stand on your own merits behind that, then I don't think you should have the right to push nothing like that on people. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. But at the end of the day, everybody got to make a choice. For your kids, for your family, for your immediate self, all of that. But y'all let me know in the comments if you like what I'm saying. Share the video. I will be going live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays around the same time, 9 o'clock to 9:30. Maybe I get better with the stream, the broadcast, or whatever. Get all these technical issues worked out so people can come on live and talk, chop it up with your boy. But at the end of the day, like I said, that's what's happening. That's real talk. Uh, and I gave y'all guys some action cues that you can really take or not take. It's these are my opinions and no one else's, my thoughts. So until next time, peace. Y'all be easy. It's your boy, Corey C-Millz Miller. Real talk plus action. Get at me. Peace.